find one. Hang on. Look, little eye. We're two big orders. Fire, Jedi. Prepare to pound the air. Shut up! Burgess, Harold, Red, you see it? You're so... Fuck, here, look at...
Send up. Odds destroy the hunters. You look at not.
Oh no! Loaded! That Jedi. Right, fine. Let's see if he see anything. This is a fair thing. Hit it. Oh. Look, a blasted computer. Roger. They'll destroy hundreds of more. On 5, OM, I think I'm limb right. Oh, 5. So, where? Oh. Supposed to go? General? Well, I guess our assignment now.
Hyperspace travel and communication. Please refrain from using hyperspace travel.
Message. Attack droids. Has been bored. Siths are upset. I'm not us. Oh, no, I'm not brave. No, I did not post upon the me droids on your back. The bus let us simply fair. Hello? Come hit me, Graham Tearlings. All of young killing.
Pretty sure that I think.
Guess what it is? One of its overwhelming our vote. Used to say.
You take what?
Against the Jetter man. He signed the command Gessner's back here. Come on.
4, now -1 free quick maths. With 4 to 41 goes 2 free and
The Jet Sky is coming. That's not Florida. No, we're not.
Free to our head from Rebecca 2.
We have a problem. That's great up, sir. But, sir, are you sure not a thing?
By my theory.
white beast. Sadly, yes.
Nice Robert.
Turned up. It's not a good far too many of them for that.
Squad. Get to the club. Tops that. Get the hang of. Copy. This cruiser flight. We're in. Yeah, ready. 5,000 ships on 5-inch land raiders. Have not landing there. One needs to update us and avoid it. See you. I'll brief. You missed the report. They are going very well to Boston. It's your friend, this infrastructure. If men have comes to take him down and comes never doesn't love you, sloppity pilots. And a leak manages to stay long enough. Our feelings and some others to new thing. He was strong and the may come of insurers far greater than a child. Old friend, them keep to drag the saloons down. Get the burden is on me not to destroy. For take out shit. Don't steal. My clan right, then stragglers not.
How did you through here? That she. Not facilitator, sure.
That needs.
Know what to do.
Sir.
Where did have the drill the droid?
Go? I hear you. Out of the back droid.
Law.
Have so some purpose. Listening. With the plan, man. You're underneath.
The Lord.
Salt square soup.
And the one being to
all red.
come.
Eyes up. Yes, sir. Meter 2 is here.
Young needling lots of it. Break. I have recalibrated codes that all ward eyes subjecting. There is something I must. No must hunt me. You cannot do it. Help your ground. He was by this evening. Everything conclude with war and I must not find this outside. On you higher and you. I failed you. And miserable boy of the God.
Pictures require organic meat.
Eyes
Up, Red.
They must be pirates.
Pirate. Go. Yes. We.
We're sort of thinking for.
Why, you ghosting sons. Quiet in there.
ないと思うが、もう専門3年って学中小金が今がジットのミルンガーチに進む。
このこと何種類かないかしんね。テスペイント教かな。ね学電子力そっかしおべ水じ言ってよ考えてしまったくなったのだろうかだろうじ知れているだけなのか。悪もなかくはたあしに仕事で5月産んだんだね。もうそれで魔界もし監視しているのかな。笑りのもっていやこんなとこ誰かみんなでザッチをためにそのサイクマとメッセージ発信私の点は完璧。かわいい。でも作ってはい違うけどありがとう。隠れないわね。とは残ってこらのこの子はでは芸人なぐらいられたって稲川ほら稲川鼻ずみ感じもだふらね普通ですでも姿のあの最悪だ私の前でもう見せてもらうどうしていても離れるんです。無理僕に習いのゲームほら私がわけ地味に楽しみにしているとな。全然上ないだいぶじゃじゃん言う場合ねですね。お願いバレるだとしようね。ってもの分の持ったら瞬間あだからだけどご飯行かないと行くあの40人でもこのままロゴ看護もつぶえる私もそれに習えばいいか 押し殺し私にライフできる居場所。なんだよ何か。見つけて捨てるわね。あれ？汗がいて。今ついた。あ、シ見た顔が全部に取れない。なんで？それはチューインガムだったというし。下が爆破だついた。バナイス助けてあげるよ。おぎく。スケーキ。お前の最後。はい。白もしおめよ。あとで。邪魔をされの。見つけたでしょ。ヘルシ上のセキュリティシステムも救出がまあこちらの作業人気で実施しそうしたで騒いでるとるのね細かいでっけさ虫どもつまえピッカ目はちゃんだマスカ立ったが鼻のくの足を M16 姉さん大丈夫だ
の人に頼り便利だな。
あんたにとって私の顔を弱み。
黙れ。
これがあなたの弱点なのに。
別の今も東海のないことはこっちぎまだかにもで。
You are to embody the honor human, put them in such regard. It's beautiful to skinny human. Certificate to a promise, evilly be readily made machine.
今日だけ言うよって言う。
It's one of the ways arrival shameful stress. Your levels within your child to your disgrace, your loneliness before yours is self. I prefer you to be honest. Skinny, pressed, human, you should ready. Your bits will weaken the corrupt in me and come. Let me show you. Fear as it should be.
シアナです。じゃあもうくださいにもう今かかの作れる。ナミーは何体
3秒
以上です。ありがとう。ポイントとはヘリアルと言います。が使える。全に次ぐ機関目的は伊賀ワデルのスキアクとな捕虜でいる。
本気がゼロし手ので早いはい。
Where did it go?
Hi, everyone here and around the world. This week, I'll enthusiasm you for your great not alone in this serious UFO universe and even beyond newscast this morning on December 11th. UFO drone flashes to the Express as the drone investigate as some seeing, close quote. 2 weeks ago, a fighter drone F-15 attacked since and small drones, small quadcopters, close quote. And some politicians wondered if the mysterious drone attacks on American bases, friction, use of on the longer-range missiles, attack that came 1 month after, quote, missed in October 2024 near Langley Air Force Base, identified drones over military and intelligence operations of December of 2024. And the Wall Street Journal 24, quote, the fish have flown unhindered over sensitive United States or how now or to stop them. December 2024. There have been increasing news headlines about strays in cars, lighted in drones. But then came this headline in the UK Daily Mail. Mysterious drones are changing time on clocks being targeted by UFOs that are weird and have some that are changing their clocks. Other residents are asking, quote, close quote. And with me tonight to talk about, and it's this extraterrestrial beings, extraterrestrial intelligences want.
Signals this that. So if these drones, for them to be found, the United States had some time, and drones were appearing over in the countries, whatever, whoever.
People that UFO were opposed of the teen of 20 with a shotgun. 2 or 3 mutilated are that. And here in the around that war corner from 40 all of any of the few who took this.
Accept this in, well, message. We would contact cattle will be completely in the dark. The B had 2 consistent twin commands bring us their weapons. And the only over the community since.
So many people in the human abduction fire, nuclear war, many abductees, they will not allow it to happen. I've heard.
I mean, anger, by the way.
Would have been these 17 days is among a lot of other sense.
We're being about to be of Davis for the word that I don't would.
There's an important new book, The Fourth Mind, is Sickayda 25. There is a rich evidence store impossible. Consider the objects why we have humans lost. What starts tells them. At least how their bodies careful scientific focus. It began 100 extinctions of the fourth mind in Brazil. There has never been 6 new way of thinking truly about the glimpses of other full-time glimpse at M1 all worlds volumes of War II.
心配はないって言った進路表も進学マークしかし
面白いことである。それはしてた。わし、同じ線あこと言った人たちはすっから大毎日が同じのを繰り返しなのかも。でも、そうからじゃった。残ってます。具材でないと少しだね。もう、あなたを目ね。日々のあの座長を目にした瞬間。あの鼓動は、ドルフロの中にあった。本当だわ。均等しみをなってるのした。ここのバドムラなんですかが言えます。口調404対49と5に寄ってると思わない？前理は顔つき自然だけど、ここであの基地の血を余って誰か出てくるわ。あれは鉄血に願いたはずの少しは手立つと返る方法が見つかるかも。そうだ、ルナはここにいられ。
The inability of the finite creature to approach the infinite Father is inherent not in the Father's aloofness, but in the finiteness and material limitations of created beings. The magnitude of the spiritual difference between the highest personality of universe existence and the lower groups of created intelligences is inconceivable. Were it possible for the lower orders of intelligence to be transported instantly into the presence of the Father himself, they would not know they were there. They would there be just as oblivious to the presence of the Universal Father as where they now are. There is a long, long road ahead of mortal man before he can consistently and within the realms of possibility ask for safe conduct into the paradise presence of the Universal Father. Spiritually, man must be translated many times before he can attain a plane that will yield the spiritual vision which will enable him to see even any one of the 7 master spirits. Our Father is not in hiding. He is not in arbitrary seclusion. He has mobilized the resources of divine wisdom in a never-ending effort to reveal himself to the children of his universal domains. There is an infinite grandeur and an inexpressible generosity connected with the majesty of his love, which causes him to yearn for the association of every created being who can comprehend, love, or approach him. And it is, therefore, the limitations inherent in you, inseparable from your finite personality and material existence, that determine the time and place and circumstances in which you may achieve the goal of the journey of mortal ascension and stand in the presence of the Father at the center of all things. Although the approach to the paradise presence of the Father must await your attainment of the highest finite levels of spirit progression, you should rejoice in the recognition of the ever-present possibility of immediate communion with the bestowal spirit of the Father, so intimately associated with your inner soul and your spiritualizing self. The mortals of the realms of time and space may differ greatly in innate abilities and intellectual endowment. They may enjoy environments exceptionally favorable to social advancement and moral progress, or they may suffer from the lack of almost every human aid to culture and supposed advancement in the arts of civilization. But the possibilities for spiritual progress in the ascension career are equal to all. Increasing levels of spiritual insight and cosmic meanings are attained quite independently of all such socio-moral differentials of the diversified material environments on the evolutionary world. However Urantia mortals may differ in their intellectual, social, economic, and even moral opportunities and endowments, forget not that their spiritual endowment is uniform and unique. They all enjoy the same divine presence of the gift from the Father, and they are all equally privileged to seek intimate personal communion with this indwelling spirit of divine origin, while they may all equally choose to accept the uniform spiritual leading of these mystery monitors. If mortal man is wholeheartedly spiritually motivated, unreservedly consecrated to the doing of the Father's will, then, since he is so certainly and so effectively spiritually endowed by the indwelling and divine adjuster, there cannot fail to materialize in that individual's experience the sublime consciousness of knowing God and the supernal assurance of surviving for the purpose of finding God by the progressive experience of becoming more and more like him. Man is spiritually indwelt by a surviving thought adjuster. If such a human mind is sincerely and spiritually motivated, if such a human soul desires to know God and become like him, honestly wants to do the Father's will, there exists no negative influence of mortal deprivation, nor positive power of possible interference, which can prevent such a divinely motivated soul from securely ascending to the portals of paradise. The Father desires all his creatures to be in personal communion with him. He has on paradise a place to receive all those whose survival status and spiritual nature make possible such attainment. Therefore, settle in your philosophy now and forever. To each of you and to all of us, God is approachable. The Father is attainable. The way is open. The forces of divine love and the ways and means of divine administration are all interlocked in an effort to facilitate the advancement of every worthy intelligence of every universe to the paradise presence of the Universal Father. The fact that vast time is involved in the attainment of God makes the presence and personality of the infinite nonetheless real. Your ascension is a part of the circuit of the 7 super-universes, and though you swing around it countless times, you may expect, in spirit and in status, to be ever swinging inward. You can depend upon being translated from sphere to sphere, from the outer circuits ever nearer the inner center, and someday, doubt not, you shall stand in the divine and central presence and see him, figuratively speaking, face to face. It is a question of the attainment of actual and literal spiritual levels, and these spiritual levels are attainable by any being who has been indwelt by a mystery monitor and who has subsequently eternally fused with that thought adjuster. The Father is not in spiritual hiding, but so many of his creatures have hidden themselves away in the midst of their own willful decisions, and for the time being have separated themselves from the communion of his Spirit and the Spirit of his Son by the choosing of their own perverse ways and by the indulgence of the self-assertiveness of their intolerant minds and unspiritual natures. Mortal man may draw near God and may repeatedly forsake the divine will, so long as the power of choice remains. Man's final doom is not sealed until he has lost the power to choose the Father's will. There is never a closure of the Father's heart to the need and the petition of his children. Only do his offspring close their hearts forever to the Father's drawing power when they finally and forever lose the desire to do his divine will, to know him, and to be like him. Likewise is man's eternal destiny assured when adjuster fusion proclaims to the universe that such an ascender has made the final and irrevocable choice to live the Father's will. The great God makes direct contact with mortal man and gives a part of his infinite and eternal and incomprehensible self to live and dwell within him. God has embarked upon the eternal adventure with man. If you yield to the leadings of the spiritual forces in you and around you, you cannot fail to attain the high destiny established by a loving God as the universe goal of his ascendant creatures from the evolutionary worlds of space.
advice about talking to girls. I swear to you, it will come naturally and it'll... Peek at yourself, look too stiff, even if you're dark sensei. Hold it, smile and smile. She's unfazed. Yeah, she sees it now. Boys, they're in my room. We're pausing. I think 6 months. Debut. Chill. We haven't even seen Sonic. Wait. Oh, senpai. Hey. We're right in front of your house. Bye. Bye for think they like some. Great. We've only got pretty fast fingers, though. Say, or do you proudly proclaim the yellow one? No, we're really awful visual. I'm somebody with Watson. No. You look like a Christmas nutcracker. Watch. It's a baby film. Yes, little. Huh? Hello? Baby game. Oh, leave a bit. Really, goodbye. Here. I didn't vote for you. Yeah, why did it?
Watson, Burrow.
And that's why I thought it was. Oh, you're dead! I'd
What?
be like, subscribe to my YouTube. Yeah! Wait. This is more than 1 or 2. Oh, don't worry, don't worry. Oh, damn. How did you hit it once?
I'm sorry, that was not intended. I was
Hi, welcome to my telling you all about acrylic nail. Going to nail a nail file. My personal peripheral. Yes! Can't come to the phone right now, dealer. Here I am. Plenty feet coming. Something to do during slumber parties is pedicures and manicures. I don't like it. I'm hosting. Kim, my turn. Mark was there, and so they were like, yo, lady, and said a word somewhere. This pendejo me. Say that? Not you, the guy, the NPC. Vision fellow crewmate. Oh! Bed somehow. I dropped a glass counter and it went flying and smashed against the wall because I forgot it was there, and I guess I just moved really abrupt. I didn't vacuum it up all the way because I have this ghost from so I've decided it's a piece of wood that somehow stuck to my back. It's a Mickey Mouse. A little handful of M&Ms. I blew snot all over. I didn't even like charge it up. I just didn't yet. It's seasoning, exactly. My seasoning.
できたら了解。私たちの食料はボスだって。前には穴くったそばっくりのここでゆっくり。最近では M 深もつの時マニが移動してのを見た時でお茶していた時も姉妹特有のかなと文化。 終戦後そのコース人形戦術に対して以前そうしたことが
するない
行動しないまでだ
J 力 HJ 回転 YR チップ混化しました
わあつまる場合QUW 文字ね出せない幹部をマル鉄血構造のエージェントです神様は愛を選ぶってわけで出るという罪において
たちは宇宙ゴジなのかしら大事な急いで撤去展開という門前今川私たちのデザインのハウスは鉄血に包囲されたよだが仕切り内に落とせば空域拠点すぐに向かい後方の防衛をお願い停車さんはします低級と 4VL 残尾推計到達10秒後高津軸海秒そうですさんあの時の敵だゲパ
さらには奴存分の思う
でこれからどうするの
予備プランし
私一人でブリフィン本部要請出し9エラーは女性でも鍵が切るし
ジャンシャン